Hi guys, I am Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. Let's get some Ascension messages for the week ahead. However, if you are watching this a year from now and it resonates with you, then it was meant to be for you. So let's go ahead and get into this. Which cards do I start with? I thought so. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. I'm not doing too bad. It's a beautiful day outside. I got to enjoy most of my weekend hanging outside and doing yard work, pulling up weeds and things of that sort. So I hope if you're in a space that has warmer weather and you're able to do that, that you're getting out and connecting with nature as much as possible. It's really good for your spirit. It's also good for connection. You're being asked to do more things that are helping you to be joyful, playful, childlike, creative, maybe even asking for moments of spontaneous creative energies or something of that sort. But the maiden is about being childlike, learning to play again, learning to be joyful, learning to laugh. And if you're already one of those people, this is asking you to continue to do so, that it's lifting your spirits. 111. Look that up on Sacred Scribes. Every time I see that number, it makes me think of somebody, and I've already seen that number. This is number 3 times today. So this person has been on my mind a lot. Honesty. This is referring to, there's something that's going on in your life that you need to really look at it in a different view. Is there something that you're missing about a certain situation or a career opportunity, or is it something to do with your spiritual life and advancement in your spiritual life? But there's something that needs to be observed at this time. Take a step back away from it. Quit putting time and energy into it, but meditate about it and see exactly what it is that you're missing in a situation, and just take an honest look at it. Like, is there something that I can be doing differently in this situation? Whether it be taking away a bad aspect and making it something good, or just adding more to the good. But Spirit is saying there's just something that you're missing out of a particular situation in your life. It may be more than one situation. This card could also mean that there's to just take an honest look at how far that you've came. Maybe even setting goals for yourself on where you want to go. For some of you, that's exactly what this card is asking you to do. I feel like a lot of people are in a space of moving forward, but still having like introspection, really like observing things differently, seeing exactly where they want to go, and then putting in the time and effort in those areas that they feel led to do so. So for many of you, your connection is deepening at this time with the connection of oneness. For some of you, this is because of the connection with nature that I was just referring to. But for some of you, this is connection with a romantic partner. It could be a soulmate, a twin flame, but somebody that's new, or maybe somebody that's coming back into your life. 303. But this is referring to a connection going to a new level. Whether this means the new level is commitment, just making some sort of agreement to interact with each other more. Maybe it's just like a verbal communication about where you want to go. Some of you are even coming into an energy of feeling the person that you're thinking about this time, 333, but feeling their energy, maybe even reading their minds. I feel a deep, almost intense feeling of feeling others' energy. Even if it's not a romantic partner, there's something to do with feeling people's energy deeply. I already feel everybody's energy deeply, but there's one particular person in my life right now that the energy is extremely intense. Sometimes it's so intense that I have a hard time looking at the person, but other times it's like I just want to look and look and look because it feels so good. So some of you may even be in that energy, because I was getting reference to how I have been feeling lately. So but what I'm hearing is, okay, they keep taking me back to this card. You got to take the good with the bad. Some of you are in a process of weighing out the pros and the cons. Maybe referring to taking one job instead of another, or moving in a direction of a certain relationship instead of another, what have you. But some of you are weighing out the pros and the cons, and Spirit is saying that you need to allow yourself to, first of all, not be so serious about things, okay? Don't take things so serious. Don't be so serious about it. If Spirit has led you to something in your life, then you need to realize there's either a lesson that goes with it so that you can grow and move forward, or either that person or that thing was meant to be in your life. Spirit don't just bring it to you for just coincidence. 4, 5, 6. So look at the situation, look at it with clear eyes, ask for clear vision, clear sight, clear knowledge, 505, clear whatever into whatever this situation is, whether it be a job, a relationship, something with your spiritual life, anything in your life. It doesn't really matter. You know, the situation is going to be different for everybody. But I do feel like this connection, whatever this connection is with, is deepening because of not taking things too seriously, from people just stopping and taking the time to observe things a little bit differently. I do feel like a lot of people are going inward, and that going inward, I think for many of you, have to do with the energy that is being felt right now. It's almost like it's a forceful energy to see certain situations with relationships. Mainly relationships is what I'm hearing. Any kind of relationship. 555, positive change and transformation. But seeing things about relationships that either, one, no longer resonate with you and you need to push that person away, or the universe is taking that person away, or maybe it's just an energy of the way that you think about something that you perceive to be of a negative value. And Spirit is helping you to learn the lessons to reel you back in, so to speak, into an energy of acceptance, realizing like this is what you've prayed for, this is what you've manifested. Now, why are you either pushing it away or, not trusting in it? So some of you just need to realize, like, taking this honest look is seeing like you're going to self-sabotage, or maybe you're going to take the longer route to the destination that Spirit is trying to give you. And this is the destination you've been asking for. So make sure, guys, that you allow yourself to just be relaxed. Don't be so serious about things. A lot is being revealed, especially when it comes to relationships. And this doesn't even have to be just connection or relationships in the physical. This could be with your starseed family. It could be with higher self. It doesn't matter. Maybe you have a deepening of a connection with Source God, the universe, what have you. So a lot of you are depending on your intuition at this time. However, you say you're depending on it, but some of you aren't trusting in it completely. So there's parts of it where, okay, this sounds really, really good. I'm going to trust, because it doesn't make me so uncomfortable. It doesn't have anything to do with my heart being completely involved, okay? However, when it comes to the heart being completely involved, maybe in a relationship, whether with a family member, a romantic relationship, a coworker, whatever, when we get into our feelings, maybe this person's not treating us the way that they want to, or maybe they're in the process of healing something that makes you feel a little bit like it's you that is the issue, because they're not talking to you, or they're not acting a certain way, or what have you. But what I'm hearing is Spirit is saying, like, you allow your intuition to be trusted at times, but in others not. Why? Okay, so Spirit's asking you to be aware of those times when there's like those heartfelt moments and you're starting to doubt what your intuition is telling you. Spirit's going to give you like this nudge in your mind, so to speak, that's going to say, hey, you trusted when I guided you to this, and your intuition gave you that information. You need to trust this as well. You asked for this. So a lot of introspection, a lot of learning lessons and trusting your judgment when it comes to your intuitive insight, or these inner knowings even coming from here. Yeah, let me continue. Thank you. Bouncy, enthusiastic, potential type energy. So a lot of you are seeing your worth, where your potential is, what kind of potential you're moving into. Some of you are starting to see a lot of success. We have double sevens here, 4, 5, 6, 7. So some of you might want to look at those numbers up on Sacred Scribes, but a lot of us are moving into this energy of seeing our potential, and a lot of us are moving out of energies of not knowing exactly what to do with our time and energy, or maybe we've slacked off on doing certain things with our spiritual practices or what have you. That's me. I still can't get into this. Okay, I'm going to rephrase my words. I have been having a hard time for several months getting into a place of confidence when it comes to healing. I have no problems doing readings. I have the utmost confidence. I trust it. I know that the information is accurate that comes through. I know that if people take the suggestions that are given here, their life will work out exactly how they want it to, if they take those suggestions. But when it comes to like healing, for whatever reason, the confidence isn't there. And I know that there's something that's being learned through this. I just keep pushing through anyway. But many of you are getting into this energy of letting go of well, it doesn't matter if I'm confident or not. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. And that's me. I'm starting to push through anyway. 1001. That's about endings and conclusions as well as new beginnings and new cycles. But some of you are moving into this potential for success in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in a career, your spiritual life, a relationship, it doesn't matter. However, in the process of coming to this potential energy, some things are being stirred up. There's some tower moments, some communication barriers. There's some times of being distracted in your mind by thoughts so much that you're unable to trust the intuition that's coming through about a situation, the guidance that is being given to you to help you navigate through something. So there's some things that are being stirred up. However, spirits, like most of you, are in this energy of understanding this tower moment is just to help you to push through into the success. Okay. So seeing your potential or what have you. For others of you, some of you that are newly awakened, this tower moment is providing a time of you, 1101, of you learning certain truths. So you're in a process of really like truths being revealed to you, truth that astral travel is real. And maybe you get there because you're meditating so much. Or maybe the truth that the universe is inside of you, and you get to that because you're meditating and you just start to connect with energies in such a way that you're seeing things differently. Maybe truth about the government and how corrupt that they are. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so truths are being revealed to a lot of people. Some of these truths are going to bring on an energy of grieving, of having to let go, which is what the Ascension Journey is about anyway. Letting go, transcending, ascending, evolving, enlightenment. But we have to go through some shit, some tower moments, some challenging times with the lessons that we're having to learn, some emotional upheavals or emotional purging, times of crying and anger and frustration and indecisiveness, feeling like you're going through a dark night of the soul, to be able to get to this place of the mysteries being revealed, the truths being given to us, understanding, expansion of your consciousness. So many of you, even though you're going through these tower moments, a little bit of emotional things, you're still doing really, really well. Okay. But this card is also a card of magic, transforming, transcending, enlightenment, spiritual knowledge is what I just heard. I don't normally get that with this, but magic is standing out to me. So getting to this place of understanding the divinity within, how magical that is, how you're able to move things with your mind, heal your own body without even having anybody touch or do anything to you. You are capable of doing that. Being able to telepathically talk to beings that are existing now in the physical human realm or in other realms. There's dragons and fairies and mermaids and unicorns. All of those things are real. When you astral travel or are capable of getting to a place of seeing other realms and things of that sort, that magic comes alive and you interact with these beings. These beings will give you codes for upgrades to your DNA. They'll help you to navigate through certain things. You can ride on the dragon's backs to get to certain sacred cities or information in the Akashic records that you need, or just to go to visit another planet. Yes, this thing's really, really happening. Some of you are opening up to that magic at this time. Some of you have already been awakened to some of that magic, but now stepping into a new energy of newly awakened magic. I'm in that energy now. Finally able to get to this space of magic happening again. I had been going through a dark night of the soul, this roller coaster up and down for the past 2 years, seeing different things, having many different lessons. And now I'm in a space of manifesting things coming to me that I've been manifesting for years. But also the challenges that come with manifesting those desires. 1414, guys. I was told to go to these, so let me see what they have. Many of you are in an energy of emotional balance is what they're telling me. So a lot of your emotions are coming to balance. You may not be overreacting as much. I feel like some of you, maybe even in as early as like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, was in this energy of like putting up walls, pushing people away, taking everything personal into heart, to where like maybe moving into this weekend or going into next week, for a lot of you, the energy is going to shift to where like you just kind of internalize things. You don't overreact or send somebody a mean text because your feelings got hurt that they didn't do things a certain way. I've been shifting into that type of energy. Haven't fully shifted into it, but I've been seeing like evidence of certain things just don't get to me as much, or maybe I just don't want to try to force a certain outcome to happen anymore. I just want to go with the flow, and I just want my life to be exactly how I've been wanting to manifest it to be. And I've realized if I don't try to force an outcome by sending a certain text or by acting in a certain way, that those things come to me a lot quicker. So many of you are in that energy of giving thanks, making your life a living prayer, just having an attitude of gratitude, showing the universe, your angels, your higher self, that even though I'm being challenged and my emotions might be up and down, I'm still really good and I'm still really grateful. I'm grateful for that this, and that came back into my life. And I'm going to share a little bit of a story. So my daughter was adopted 10 years ago, and it was partially due to my drug abuse, but mostly didn't get her back because of my mental health. My mental health was shit. Always prayed and prayed and prayed, always believed that she'd be back in my life. She was doing the same exact thing. I was the only stable person ever in her life. So, she was ripped away from it. There was an injustice done to us. She really should have been back in my house. Now she's living in my house. She was emancipated on her 18th birthday. I got to sit in this video conference call with her and social workers, her adoption case worker, a judge, what have you. And I got to hear the words, we feel like it is time for the mother and the daughter to be reunited. There was no reason why we shouldn't see that. And at that time, like, everything lifted off of me. All of the programming of how I thought the judicial system was horrible, that things were never going to work out for us, whatever it was that made me feel like I would always have something bad happen with the judicial system, it was ripped away from me. It was finally lifted off me. She came home 4 days later. She told me that she was pregnant. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I wanted to be able to bond with my daughter and learn about her and her learn about me without some sort of stressor being there. But the reality is that stressor was put there. It was a lesson that I had to learn, and I had to learn the hard way by having to express my emotions to her, by having to be silent for days at a time and not be able to look at her and just process why I was going through all this. And it took me back to like things when I got pregnant when I was 16 years old, and what my mom and dad must have went through. And that child died when I was almost 17. Right after I had her, she died, and I got to go through all of this healing of that, because I had to realize, like, it may not happen to my daughter, but it may. And I went through all these different things. But the point is, blessings are coming back into my life. I manifested my daughter coming back. My daughter manifested that. We never gave up hope, and we always talked and speaked and visualized as if it would happen, even when we felt like it wouldn't. Okay? So we manifested this back together, but at the same time, the challenges are her being pregnant, me feeling or having expectations that it would go totally different. But the attitude of gratitude is every day I wake up and I say, thank you for my baby being back home. Thank you for the opportunity, no matter how challenging it may be or seem at times, for even having these times to have. Like, thank you so much for that. I would rather have the bad or the indifferent and not have the good than not have her in my life at all. Okay, so some of us are, going through these processes of receiving, okay, those things that we've been asking for, but being challenged in so many ways. However, we're getting through those challenges, and we're able to transcend past these energies and get to a whole nother level of understanding. So, many of you, your starseed connections are starting to connect with you, maybe in the Akashic Records, giving you some sort of information. For some of you, this is just telling you that your ancestors, 1919, are connecting with you. Pay attention to repetitious thoughts, any kind of knowings that keep coming to you, flashes or visions of things in dreams, or just an intuitive insight, because they're giving you some sort of information, messages that are coming to you that's going to help you. I'm hearing to expand, move forward. Some of you are also being asked to ground your light into certain spaces. So where you live, maybe in your neighborhood, maybe in that city specifically. See your light grounding into that energy, or into the energy of where you're at, and expanding in all directions. Believe it or not, there is healing in that. Some of you have a mission to spread your light and love, as well as some sort of other connection. It could be that you're a musician or a healer, or there's a certain aspect to your journey that you haven't tapped into yet, that the ascended masters, your ancestors, are helping you to see, like, we have something else for you to do. We're going to change up some course of events for you, so that you can see, like, there's more to why you were here, why you were born. For some of you, you feel like you're too old to start over, and Spirit saying, nope, that's just a lie. That in itself is programming that you're given from television programs, from people constantly telling you that, we're only supposed to live so long, we're not supposed to do this, blah, 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 blah. If you don't have your life started by the time you're a certain age, then you're never going to have anything. It's all a lie. Okay? Don't accept that. Some of you are realizing, like, maybe your divine life mission was to get to the age of 75, then start healing people. I don't know, but someone is, because it came out. Karmic relationships. This is definitely a time of, and will be for the next several months, of relationships either leaving your life, coming into your life, new relationships that you possibly couldn't even have imagined. A lot of people are attracting their soul team, their soul tribe, those who can help you to evolve, those that you just resonate with, what have you. Several popsicle sticks. I am Christ consciousness. I am higher consciousness. I am transcending animal instincts. I am healing. I am unconditional love. Better get these down so I don't forget them. Solar plexus chakra governs personality, ego, and identity, as well as freedom, choice, authenticity, and personal power. I am telepathic. Throat chakra, responsible for communication, expression of thoughts, feelings, ideals. My social skills are improving. I will share my truth. Okay, guys, the I am affirmations. I am abundant in all areas of my life. I am laughter. I keep a good sense of humor. This is all about, expressing the inner child, nurturing the inner child, what have you. And I am adventurous. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Much love to you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow. If you want to be entered in to win a full reading giveaway at the beginning of next month, please like this video, as well as putting your name or a comment down in the comments along with the date, and you'll be entered in to win. Thank you to anybody who is doing that, making appointments. I've been getting a lot busier than I had been over the winter, so thank you so much. I usually am slow at that time, and I start picking up around now. But anybody who's making appointments, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. But anyway, have a wonderful week, guys. Much love to you. Bye.